Oh, that is dirty. Dirty birdie. Let's fix that. I don't care if it rains or freezes, as long as I got my plastic Jesus sitting on the dashboard of my car. Driving 90, I ain't daring, 'cause I got the Virgin Mary sitting on the dashboard of my car. When it's rainy, scary, storming, I don't fear the Virgin storming, 'cause I got the dashboard. Okay, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to the secret fish living in your other things, your tanks. Let's turn this around. I don't like how this is set up. Let's get this corrected. That feels better. You guys feel better? You don't know what you expected, but it wasn't this. That's what my wife said after a few weeks of marriage. She's like, yeah, I don't know. I just didn't think that's how things were gonna go. So I've been exiled down into the fish room, and you can see cool things down here. Um, they're having an egg party. Eggs. I hope the Eggman comes soon to deliver Aunt Ida her eggs. If anybody knows that reference, you get plus 2 points in the giveaway. All right. What's up, Pete? How's it going? Good, everyone. Gabriel, what's up? Let's see here. Smithy Shrimp. Yes. You need to sleep? I understand. Hey, fishy night feeders. Life pro tip, don't eat a lot of acidity in your stomach. Igor, what is... Well, I looked like a baby in my old videos. I'd look like a baby probably in a few days when I shave, too. I've got this whole COVID scruff going on. And it's like blonde, like blondish brown. Like, it's a weird color. I'm actually getting like clear white colored beard hairs. Any case. Um, no name. What is going on? Muppet. Hello. Spira Lena. I love that. Love that name. Caleb Harris. What is going on? That is our $50 winner from last week's thingamajig. And do you do Silawasi shrimp? I do the Silawasi shrimp. Ah, your mother, Trebek. Yeah, no. I right now I don't, but I usually do. So lots of things going on in the fish room, getting lots of things ready in the fish room. Wanted to thank y'all the super chats that we got last week. I mean, I haven't been paid out yet, but it allowed me to know that I could put some money towards fixing my computer, so I did that. So thank you, thank you. This is me with both hands, but I'm holding the selfie stick thing with the other. Me bowing down before my benevolent, which you view me. And so, yeah, just wanted to say thank you again. That was very nice. Um, my wife and I were at another spot. Oh, good. I'm glad some people caught this live too. If you haven't caught me live in the past, I'm alive. But yeah. Um, so my wife and I, we have decided that we're moving, and Seattle's just too expensive. It's too expensive, and we can literally further rent. We can get a mortgage on a house, and then some. So we're gonna have to do that just because of how things are going. But you know, I've got my ways in this hobby, and I have plans set up with various people. Where the new plan is, I've got another ADA rimless tank with a stand and a twin star light that I'm going to be trading for my colony of green dragon plecos with the purple eyes. That mutation that, as far as I know, I'm the only one who's got the really bright, cool purple eye plecos. Um, but yes, I have to move fish soon, so I'm also unloading the fish, so to speak. So I'm trying to get rid of anything that's not super um, that I don't want to hold on to, and then anything that I do want to hold on to, I'm trying to breed right now, so that I have multiple tanks of them. So if one tank crashes when I move, which is bound to happen to something, then the others will be okay. Redundancy is number one and two on my list. So got rid of a dozen betas tonight. Also, one gal came and picked them up. So I guess, I mean, it was kind of sad to see them go. They're all like almost a year old now. But yeah, let's see here. C-Million, good evening, sir. Do you have any experience installing a home RO system, or at very least, maybe some tips that would bring down the water hardness of my liquid rock well water? Yeah, totally. Um, yeah. So number one, acid. So you're gonna need something with acid in it, acidity. Uh, you'll have to be careful and you'll have to play with it. But I do have another video, and this is my old collection. If you guys know what happened here, but this is tannins. So I boiled down leaves in the off season during the fall. I got a bunch of leaves and I boiled them down in a pot. Well, actually, I flash boiled them and then I just allowed them to simmer below boil so that all the tannins went into this tincture. Basically, it's just like, and then evaporate off most of the pot, most of the water in the pot. So this is like 2 or 3 acidity, pH wise. So if I add some of that to the positive things that tannins have, it has the acidity. Now, to hold that acidity, you're going to need other things, and um, a buffer is going to absorb that, and that's what you have already is a buffer. You've got in your water a rough. You got a bunch of carbon and a bunch of calcium. I was gonna clean this. You can see the line where I started cleaning it, and as I cleaned one swipe, I noticed, oh dang it, they literally were laying eggs on the front glass because that's a convenient place to lay it. But yeah, so I would say, yeah, an RO system's nice because you can start from scratch. There are plenty of YouTube tutorials on RO systems. Hey, here's a little goby. And that's the lipstick Goby there. They're super outgoing and funky. I have a video to show you guys in the near future, but of the Gobies coming to my hands, and they're just super friendly and like outgoing. They're outgoing. There's no good way to say that. Okay, and then I held on to my favorite bettas, but yeah, we'll see. These guys usually allow their eggs to hatch, and then within 2 weeks they eat them. So I don't know what I want to do with them. I don't have a place to put a bunch of angelfish spawn right now, so I'm not that worried about it. Also, these guys, they're wanting to spawn. They have spawned a few times, and so I'm kind of, I don't know, debating what I want to do with those. And I need to get a female friend for this guy, or sorry, a male friend for this gal. Peacock gudgeon. I decided to keep a couple betas. I kept this red, white, and blue one with the iridescence. I kept a purple one, and then I kept a true blue eye, all white. She's all white, but she's got iridescent blue in her finnage on the edges, around the edges of her fins. If you see, it's hard to see without the right exact light, like natural light. But in any case, so that's going on. You can see how crazy overgrown this tank has gotten already now. And then the other thing that has happened in this tank, since I've been just kind of letting it do its thing, let's see here. Yeah, you guys can see it's planted all the way back. The lilies have started just breaking off and starting their own daughters, which is nice. I don't have to deal with it. But the Hygrophila coriambosa is just going crazy. It's grown probably 2 inches a day for the last week. And I cut it and then I replanted it thinking like, okay, well, I'll be able to like sell this or do something with it. Great. And then I realized, like, oh, I'm never going to get rid of that much of it that quickly. So that was an oopsie. But in here, we've got one more betta, my favorite betta. I don't know what she's doing or he's doing, but come on, come out. This one's my favorite. Very pretty. Green underneath, and then also some red in there underneath, but then like nice 3 or 4 tones of blue other than that. So I really like that betta. Um, all right, so that's that. That's what's going on in that tank. But speaking of RO systems, um, yeah, Fluval Stratum will help. So your substrate. You can also use EcoComplete or Amazonia ADA or by ADA that is, or Brightwell is another one for shrimp specifically. But yeah, Edward W. I have a couple 100 gallons of tanks empty in Auburn if you want some local redundancy. Not sure where you are moving. Well, that's nice of you to offer. Thank you. I'm probably going to be moving to the Shoreline Montlake Terrace area, somewhere over there. Um, yeah. San Antonio tap water is 8.5 with 300 TDS and 40 nitrates. Man, that's brutal. I'm sorry. That sucks. The nitrate part really sucks. Um, I mean, plants would love that. I would just get a tank and plant it up like this, like plant the hell out of it, and then get some aqua soil that is like a good layer of it, like this. Get some Brightwell, mix it with some ADA Amazonia maybe, and that will then tell you. That will tell you like how low you can get it off of just substrate, but probably 7. I bet you could get to 7 or 7.2 or 7.4, somewhere in there, and that's probably plenty low for most species. You're probably going to need the RO if you want to breed certain shrimp or certain nano rasboras and things like that that really like it, or discus, or maybe even angels, honestly, or rams. Um, let's see here. Howlin' Balor, how's it going? 100% worth it. If you get a countertop unit, it's easy to install, portable. pH is almost 9, and the TDS is at 600. Wow, Alan, that is nuts. I would have gotten one too. Wow, man, that is crazy. Yeah, you'd have a good start for any of you guys with water that hard. You'd have a really good start for doing like a Lake Tanganyika tank, getting multis, getting some of the Shelleys in there. They would really enjoy that tank, and any sort of Lake Tanganyika fish would probably dig on those higher levels. Um, Let's see here. Helen says one of the express water systems from Amazon, and then she added an inline catalytic carbon filter for chloramine removal. That was about $150. Well, thanks for the info, Helen. That's awesome to know. Um, yeah, uh, you could also have some. There's some live bears that could live at like 8.5. Nothing really should be living at 9. That's just high enough that you're asking for things to die, and plants probably aren't even going to grow very well at that point, to be frank. I just stepped on something really sharp. Hold on. Piece of shell. So, don't look in my closet of doom, but I think, speaking of, yeah, see the RO system in there? I picked that up. Don't know if it works, but it was $10 auction, and so I said, you know what? I'm gonna pick it up, and I picked it up, and that's that. So this tank, this is the experiment, if you guys recall. The filter broke months ago. I was gonna fix it, and then I realized that it had been off for probably a few days, and everybody was doing fine. And then I kind of assessed, like, what's going on? Who's living in this tank? Who, like, what fish need to, what fish are in here and what do they need? And I came to the conclusion most of them are Danios, shrimp, and rasboras, and the power source is dying, so I need to get a new power source or little amp thing. And then the this little light is a cheapo light that's very low light. It's not on a timer, so I have to automatically turn it on. But this is a redundancy tank also, in the sense that I have um, a lot of Danios in here, and there's just like two of them. So you'll see like the 9 bar border loach, and you'll see the Esculpi Danio, and you'll see the Shenensis or Pantheri Danios. Um, Jackson Tax, hello, how's it going? Here, Fishy, thank you for the reminder. If you guys want to hit the thumbs up, the like button, as it were, I like that. It makes me, you like me, I like you. There should be a rhyme about that, but I don't know. So, and then the Malua shrimp have just gone bananas in here. I mean, they're always doing well, but you can see they're just, I mean, they're all over. They're just, they make up most of the tank's bio load by weight. Um, and this is my gen pop of them. You know, I have a blue strain and a purple strain and a reddish orange strain. So that this is where I pull from. So this is like the orange. That guy I'd probably pull towards the orange tank. This guy I'd probably put towards the blue in the center, although he's probably not good enough to actually make it into the tank. And then there we got a pregnant female. She looks like an armored tank. Look at her go. She's actually a gold nebula shrimp. So I'm just surprised that the shrimp are doing so well, because I've only been topping this off with water, and it has no filtration, no heater running, and just light. So really, there's nothing going on in this tank other than nature. It's basically a small pond, and so that's what surprises me, that the the guppies are doing okay in here. They're not reproducing a ton, or I mean, they are having babies, but the babies are getting eaten quite a bit, and I think that must be, there was a betta in here that could have been eating them, but I'm guessing it's these the Danios, the Kythit Danios, that there's two of in here. So yeah, but this is all super low tech, super outdated. This soil is old, real old, like 3 years, maybe 2 years. It hasn't been changed, so it's not doing a whole lot for fertilization. I think I put 2 root tabs in, and I put one over here, and I put one over here, and you can see the sword plant is doing pretty good, or the crypt plant, and then the sword is doing good. There's 2 there, and then the other crypt, these crypt undulatus are doing really good, and then there's some little lilies that are uh, they are dwarf nymphaeas, or Nymphea micrantha, Nymphea minutia. That's what they are, Nymphea minutia. But they're not growing super colorfully, and they're definitely not reaching towards the surface, which I find odd. Like that they've sprouted as bulbs, but they've just stayed this small. It's too small for these bulb plants. Um, so that's odd. And then we've got the Kubota rasboras that are not putting on much weight, but you know, I feed everyone. It's not like I'm depriving anybody. And I think another key here, there are some real scraggly plants that are really reaching for um, light, but I think the real key here is having the crypts at the bottom that are eating all the shrimp and all the other mulm, and also the shrimp do that. But then they hide amongst those plants. You can see, look at the size of this one. And they hide amongst the plants because it's their kind of cover in this tank. Look at them all. And because of this, they also poop here, and then that goes right back into the plants, which obviously that's good. So, yeah, no water running, low light. Some days the light isn't even on at all. It's been an interesting experience. It's it's running, just so you know, the pH is running at about a 6.8. See here, we've got a 1 CPD left in there, and she's ready to. She's actually having some trouble. You can see she's too swollen. She wanted to have eggs, and she's kind of egg bound right now. There's no male erythromicron or CPDs in with her anymore. All my erythromicrons that were in here, I sold them a colony. So actually, I've sold over four different spawns, which ended up as adult fish or juvenile fish, anyways. That ended up selling probably 150 of them total. So they're definitely a fish that can kind of be profitable. And the tin Winnie Danios, I also love them. There's a few of them in here still, and then we've also got the rummy nose, or the orange nose, or rummy nose rasbora, whatever you want to call it. So that's going on. I can show you guys. Let me see what questions y'all have. We'll hop around this room tonight, though. Um, let's see. Yeah, so those were Malawa shrimp, and then they were also uh, Caridina, but they are called Golden Nebulas. All are from Aquatic Arts. And as per normal, I have a link to Aquatic Arts, and I'm doing a $25 giveaway tonight in this live stream. So, just like the last one, I'm going to announce it just because we're going to be kicking off the newest giveaway, which will be to basically, we're going to give away another $100, another $50, and then I think we're going to do three $25 gift cards on top of the 25 I'm giving away today and the 50 I did before, and then we'll do some $40 giveaways in between so that everybody gets chances. You get a this and you get a that. Um, Goby tank doing really well. The green jade shrimp, that was a dumb choice on my part to put them in here. Not because they got eaten or anything, but just because the water is so soft and it runs so much, like it moves so much. So you see there's some shrimp, but I've kind of removed most of them and put them up here in a little box, and I'm basically waiting to move before I figure out where I'll put them on their own. They could go in here if I move these gold nebulas out of here. But these guys are bold. So these are another one I've been selecting for. I've been selecting for blue in the gold nebulas, and they're like a navy blue that's transparent. And I really dig the look of these. And I don't even know how to go about pricing, um, but I really like them. I haven't seen them anywhere else. And just to show you the contrast, there's another one that I would consider, well, this is bad light, but another one I would consider slightly blue behind versus the oranger types in the front. So just like the Malawa shrimp, there's another blue. I've been treating these guys, and she's pregnant. I've been treating these guys differently. Here's another an orangey one, or rusty if you want to call it that. I don't know what color. Gold, orange. Um, and then in here, we've got, these guys are just about ready to hatch. These are Medaka whitefish eggs, and they're in one of these you scoop and see, or whatever you want to call them, critter carriers, plop and drop. Um, but basically, we're looking also for, there's some shrimp in here too that are like 4 days old that I got from the green mother. The green mother. But you can see more eggs. So some of these are the Medaka eggs from the uh, Daisy's Blue, which is the Malaysian species of Medaka. And then the others are all from the Pearl the pearl platinum ones. So let's see here. Focus. Oh, and there we have some babies, if I can get it to focus. There we go. So this egg hatched yesterday or this morning, and you can see how small they are. So I let these guys hang out. They still have a teeny bit of yolk sac, but I feed them some up dry food, if you can see that at the top. And they'll sometimes pick at it when they're this young, but usually they just need a couple days to just hang out, and wake up, be alive. Gnarly fish tanks, thank you. I appreciate that. Chevy Fish, what's up? How's it going? And Cichlids23, I didn't say hi to you yet, so hello. No name, I noticed hey, you got a new picture. No, red Neo tank no longer have shrimplet, and I realized my Fluval burned out. How best to renew substrate without tearing the tank out completely? So that's a great question. The best way I would take care of that is what I usually do. So if my substrate's spent, I'm using an active substrate, and that's to say anything that has ammonia or nitrites or nitrates in it. EcoComplete or ADA Amazonia, I'll replace that literally a cup a day. I'll get a cup and I'll put it in, and it's got to be an established tank, and then I'll remove a cup or 2 cups. Doesn't matter too much how much you remove, as long as it's not more than 3 to 1, because basically you've got some filtration and biofilm that your shrimp are going to eat all along the bottom. But when replacing it, so you don't want to get rid of all of it overnight, but really a good pace would be like a 2 to 3 week, span, and then you should have enough. And that's assuming you're using a 10-gallon or a 5-gallon tank. You can do like a cup a day, and you'll want to rinse that off thoroughly. EcoComplete, yes, EcoComplete is inert. Sorry. So is Fluval Stratum, right? So, which one is the aqua soil? Is it the Landon? I'm trying to remember the list off the top of my head, and I'm having a hard time of which ones affect the water chemistry versus which ones are kind of inert. And inert generally means that it doesn't have organic chemicals like ammonia, nitrites, nitrates. It may still change the TDS, and it may still change the other things like GH and KH. For instance, I mean, even stones do that though. So I don't know. Brightwell is another good one for bringing things down if you've got high pH, and you want to kind of buffer that a bit. Buffer's not the right word either. Okay, my words are failing me. I'm gonna stop looking for such complex words. We're just gonna observe for a minute. But this is what happens when I don't take a nap before I go live. I tell you guys that I need a nap before every live stream, and I'm not kidding. Like since the lightning strike, my brain I mumble over words sometimes. So apologize for that. Didn't get one in today. There's another blue one. So let's just get back on track. So I've got a bunch of Malaysian trumpet snails too. They're doing well. Also, this is the second litter from my blue-eyed albino Plecos. They're doing super well, and that's different than the lemon Plecos that crossed with a long fin. So we'll see what happens. I don't know. We'll see. Also, the tank that, if you've been watching the drama, almost was not a tank any longer. Speaking of changing substrates out and things like that, what I did was I added a tannin-rich mix to this tank, and it crashed it. It was the pH was way too high, or low, I should say. The acidity was too high. And so it took it from around a 7, maybe that day, 6.5 to a 7, and it dropped it all the way to a 5. And so it started killing shrimp within like an hour or two, and killed most of my large red shrimp that were in this tank. As you can see, the ram's horn snails survived. They're okay. The little pleco fry were fine. Also, my Medaka rice fish are fine that are in here. You saw those really little ones. Mark von Wiesco, how's it going, buddy? Um, and then the other thing is, some of these shrimp are really young, but they have saddles already. So, like this one has a nice saddle, a yellow saddle on these Red Riding Hood shrimp. Kind of interesting. A little odd. And then they're all cleaning the moss off of some Anubias from other tanks. And then these are the albino fellas that I'm, ram's horns that I'm cultivating. Whereas in the tank over here, these are the blue ram's horns. Their flesh is like a blue color. Um, and sometimes it shows through their shell, like that one there. Uh, Also, what's going on? Down to one lone betta in here. So lonely. She's Mrs. Lonely. But check out my rainbow tiger Endler line that was down to just a couple fish, one male and three females at one point. We're bringing it back from the brink, and we're gonna see how that goes. Right now we've got 6 sparkling gouramis full grown in here. We've got a bunch of the catfish that are super shy. The Corridora, you'll see them here, right here. Orange hyphens, and look at the mess they made of their food right here. So I use a turkey baster to clean this up nightly, or maybe every 2 nights, depending on my mood. These Endlers, though, clearly were part of my strain that were mixed with the Japanese blue Endler. And so you can see left over, one, the forktail gene that's trying to express just in color right now. But I would love it if forktail took a couple years. But like this one, you're seeing some orange and black around the edges, which is the opposite. Last time it was white and blue. So if we could get that orange and black around there with a little bit of red in the tail, it would really look like fire. And then we've got the green, yellow, and purple together in the chest, all with the black tiger stripes. So we would have true rainbow tiger Endlers again. Whereas some of these, like this one, I should pull out of here, honestly, just so that the females don't spawn with them or mate with them. They don't spawn. They're live bears. Yeah. Um, and then there's also a couple oddball little plecos in here that we're hiding. And then there's the big old plecos in here too. The green dragons that are in here. And nom 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 nom. Hopefully they'll help clean up some of this mess. No, that one doesn't have purple eyes. Some of these have purple eyes, like I said. So, our buddy, or my buddy, I should say, is coming to pick these up. There's 5 of them, and some have long fin genes, some have short fin genes, and I'm excited for him to have the colony and really work with it. He's got more room for them, more dedication. They've been just kind of sitting. But also, the other odd thing I've noticed about here's the long. Oh, that is the long fin one. That's why it doesn't have purple eyes. Most of them don't have the lavender eyes. The short fins do. But they're hanging out and they make a mess. Everybody makes a mess that's a bottom feeder in this tank. Let's see if we can kind of move around. Nope, just more mess. I just kicked up the mess. That's all I managed to do. And then the lone betta. This betta has yellow, red, blue, green, and then the white main feature. So I kept her because she has every color. Yeah. Yeah, well, the purple eye pleco, hopefully my buddy's gonna start spawning them, and maybe he'll have some for sale. I sold about 100 of them, and I haven't heard of anybody, which is a real bummer, that took care of them and managed to grow them out and literally like spawn them and has brought them into the community. I feel like I would have heard about that. Also, the Gobies doing super well, super happy. Um, I thought it was going to be a problem to keep enough biofilm in here, and so I'm afraid to like clean the glass or do anything. But it hasn't been an issue really. I hardly feed this tank. I just keep the light on like 14 hours, and these little gobies are like my favorite little guys to watch right now. They're just so animated and interesting. Oh, thank you so much, Sleeper Aquatics. We got a big super chat. And that really does mean a lot to me. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Any recommendations finding Apistogramma agazizii cupiea? I've been hunting for them for the last year with no luck. That is a hard one. Pisto azizii are easy enough to find. That subspecies or variant, that is a tough order. Um, I guess I would say if you know about Get Gills, GetGills.com, you could look there. Obviously, you could look on fish sales sites, so Aquabid. Um, and then, other than that, the spot I would check with is the wet spot in Portland. The wet spot, tropicalfish.com, as well as aquaticarts.com. They've had the Agassizi, but it's usually, some sort of like flash orange, super red, those kind of things. It's not the wild variants as much. Here we've got the Riffle Goby. Up here, the Palawan Riffle Goby. A little different. They've got a kind of interesting pattern to them. But check out on this rock. I don't know how they do it, but they're leaving like when they hang out for like an hour and then they readjust themselves. Their mouth actually leaves a little dot on the rocks, and I don't know what's doing it. I mean, I know it's their mouth, but what's in their little mouth that's doing it? So here we have the blue, the blue, neon blue Goby, different than the Riffle Palawan Goby. The Palawan Goby has a little more of an ochre colored uh, dorsal fin and also has a little bit duller of colors. This guy you see has gold on all the fins except for the pectoral and stabilizing fins. And then we also have some females, or one female. So here's another Riffle Goby, just to show you guys. The Riffle Goby, not as colorful, more of like a brown color. And then the females have some turquoise on their eye and on their head, and a little bit of iridescent shininess, but they have stripes down their body. All of them, though, move their head really fun. They're really cool to watch scour the environment for biofilm. Uh, that doesn't seem like something that would be fun to watch. Like watch the majestic predator hunt Malm or film. But I mean, it's kind of hypnotic. Watch them go. And these ones are just really pretty. And I do have to say, if you're thinking about getting these, if you see them and you're like enticed, definitely do some research or watch my video on the species. Make sure that you're able to take care of them fully. Because in here, the pH is close to neutral. And also, I've got a lot of biofilm. I've got a light that's in a vegetative light spectrum. And then we've got a power head that I turn on half the day. that's a 250 power head. And then we have another little power head pump that's like a 50. And then we have the hang off the back filter, which I actually am allowing bio like gross slime to grow on it, because these guys will actually come up and pull themselves out of the water to feed on it. We got another one. We've got the gold one up here. So this is the neon gold Goby. They're all very similar. You can see this one just happens to have more of a gold body. Behavior-wise, they're not that similar. The gold ones are from Indonesia, and they swim up higher in the water. You'll see them swimming up high and just cruising around awkwardly. Like when they swim, it looks like a doggy paddle or something with their little pelvic fins. Whereas the blue ones, the neon blue with the neon blue body and the yellow fins, they hug the surfaces really tightly. And they've got these little pectoral fins that make a perfect suction cup on the glass. So they can hold on in like immense pressure, like a fire hose torrent of water. Whereas these guys, they cruise around and they show off a lot of color, the gold ones. And they do look very similar, but they have a totally different style of survival. And to show you also, you can see that I've got in this tank, we've got a bunch of the Luminatus, and then we've got Somfongzi rasboras. We've got 6 of the Somfong rasboras, and then we've got the Luminatus pseudomagills, which I really love them too. But another one that really, really can use or is healthier when they have a power head in their tank. So give them a power head, give them live food, that kind of thing. So then we have the last kind. Remember, guys, this is the Palau Riffle Goby, and Palau is an island nation. They're also known for having a lake with these jellyfish move from I think it's north to south every day and follow the sun, and they go up and down in water depth. They're really cool. So yeah, let's see here. Thanks for a super chat, guys. Drench, what is up? Jeff, what is up? So let's see. Sleeper Aquatic says, sadly, both Wet Spot and Aquatic Arts haven't been able to find them for me. So you've already emailed them and asked too. Because if they can't find them, that's the only people that I would think could find them in the U.S., short of somebody having them in the U.S. And maybe you could go on Facebook and post around. But honestly, if they don't have them I would look for some specialist posting group. And if no one has any info, oh, right here we've got some eggs. So I'm trying to focus with my eyes before I focus again with the camera. But these are sure to be the pseudomagill eggs. Where did they go? Right here. So they lay eggs every morning. And I'm trying to get them to use the spawning mop while the thing's off. Those are snail eggs right there, the yellowish ones. These are a ball of... That's what happens when the pseudomagills lay a couple eggs at a time, and when the power head is on. So it tumbles and rolls them into one little ball of eggs. So you get an egg ball. And again, just love watching these guys navigate. This is the blue, the neon blue, in case anybody wants to get one. The neon gold is up here. And then the riffle, or Palauan, like I said, the Palauan ones live way out in the middle of the Pacific. So they've had to swim the farthest and evolve the most to make it out there. Whereas the gold guys... and the gals likewise have been able to stay close to the shore. Right here we have a little fight going on. They twist around each other, little noodle fish. They twist around one another and then like squeeze. So they kind of like show off strength by doing that. And we've got another little shrimp in here. You'd swear these are like ghost shrimp, right, guys? But these are actually just Malawa shrimp that are adapting to the fast water, which is interesting. The fact that the power filters are on and the shrimp are in here means that we've had them adapt in ways I've never seen them adapt. And that means they've adapted to be way thinner. They're very thin aerodynamic fish now, which is, I don't know, it's kind of cool. But again, watch how these guys just fit right into the little surface cracks. They look just like a little snake, their face, or a newt, maybe a frog, I guess. But they also have a little dewlap like a lizard, and they expand it like a frog or a lizard and show off underneath their throat. And then I guess that tells the ladies how awesome they are. But the gold species does not contort like these blue species do. So this blue species hugs the rocks to no end, even though they look so similar. So here's another, well, it went to hide. Here's a female, and I don't know which female that is right now. We can't tell. But, oh, so that's a gold. The Palauan must have gotten chased away by the gold. But the female is not a riffle goby. She's probably a blue female, a blue neon goby. And they're not quite as animated in their eating and their lurking around as these guys. Plus the gold fin really does something for watching them. Makes them special. So let's hop on down. Hop on down. Said hop on down the big old blue tank of shrimp. Okay. So what's going on in here? Other than a freaking mess. Let me get an implement. I'm implementing this implement. Okay. So let's get some of this stuff out of the way. Got some nice blue mamas here. She got berries. I hope so. Are you buried? No, you're not. You're too pretty not to be. Hurry up and meet a nice boy. Or girl. I mean, whatever your thing is, but I'd prefer boy if you can choose, little shrimp. So then here, down in here, I have taken all the fish out again. This is the cycle of this tank. And I've taken all the fish out. There's lots of mulm and just crap floating around in here. Basically, I don't know what to do with it, but it's crap. And the fish that were in here last, I'm assuming that they laid some eggs. They are in fact, I just saw one move. They are the scarlet Badis. So the scarlet Badis were in here, and I've got some incredible photos of them spawning, and they're literally curled up into a ball like a pill bug, the two of them. It's really beautiful, and kind of surprising. There are a lot of babies in here. There's also a lot of planaria, which pisses me off. But that's what happens when you have a bunch of Badis in here and then you get rid of them and you're feeding heavily, is the Badis really get used to just mowing through any of this like planaria here. See this crap? And right now, I don't think it's hurting the shrimp necessarily, but it could start to be a problem soon. I don't know. They could be competing with them soon. So I'll have to keep an eye on the planaria situation. I feel like they're like a freaking STD. Like the duckwort. So Up here, by the way, I want you to see the cobalt blue. This is the neon blue female Goby. And I just think she's pretty. Lots of stripes all over. She pairs off with him. And also, the other cool thing about this tank is now that they're in their natural kind of hill stream power head condition, this is the alpha male of the Pascal, or whatever you want to call them, Luminatus, neon red pseudomales. So you can see the other ones, the other males don't have color nearly as intense as that one, and his fins are getting bigger. Now the other interesting thing is this one, who is a hybrid. So this one has furcata DNA in her also. So you can see she's got those yellow fin tips with the luminatus. So I'll be interested to see what happens. That was an unintentional oopsie on my part to allow them to do that, to allow them to spawn together. I really didn't want that to happen, honestly. And we got the neon blue cruising through here again. Let me just read the comments. Oh, look at, here comes the gold swimming again. Just chilling. Took me a while to get to be able to even distinguish them, but their behavior is so freaking different. It's very cool. Very cool. And then the Somfongzi Rasbora, same thing here. So the green bodied ones are female, and they're fuller bodies, yellowish green color on them. The males are the smaller with orange. And so they're also kind of, they stand out. But the green, look how green they are. I've never had them show off their colors so well. So you can tell this one on top is an orange Somfong Rasbora. The two that just swam away are the females, and there's two males up top right now. So it makes it very easy if I wanted to spawn them. So I could spawn them down in the shrimp chamber, and everything would be gravy. Look at the color when we get... Oh, maybe it won't show up because stupid live stream has crappy color, but I was hoping you could see some of the beautiful blue, but it just shows up as gray. Sorry. Never mind. Also, it looks like we have some itty bitty teeny weeny fish, and the odd part is these are not, those are Medaka, and I have not had adult Medaka in that tank at all. So, don't know where they came from. Don't know what happened. Not going to question it because I don't have a problem with it. So, oops, sorry guys. Shaky camera work. You're fired, cameraman. You're fired. Alright. Okay, so last tank to inspect. We've got, let's check on the Badis too. I want to make sure they're doing okay. They've been over here for a week now. So, this is a 5-gallon. And in here, we've got the male. He's colored up, he's spazzing out, he doesn't want to be seen. And then we got the two females. So, all is good in their world. I'm going to push them off. Let some air into the floats. Okay. And then, we're going to look at this red colony. So if you recall, we did have some fungi in this colony at one point. So I've been keeping an eye out for it. It was on the eggs of pregnant females. But the cool thing that's going on in this colony, if we take a look at it up close, oh, look how mad and red he is. I'm such a badass. Nobody messes with my territory. I got poop on my head. He probably wants these shrimp so bad, a baby shrimp. The Badis love them. But, let's see here. Alex, do you have outdoor rice fish? Yes, I have a few out there. I have the red caps and the blue daisies. Blue daisies, the raccoons wanted to eat them all for some reason. I thought they would have gone for the pearls or for the red caps, but no, they went for the daisies, which is fine. They're the least expensive and they reproduce pretty easily. But look at all the baby Neocaridina, Dinah. There's some though that are clear, and I'm like, where did you come from? Because there are 2 yellow females in here, and that's, other than that, it's all red Neocaridinas. So odd, but happening nonetheless. Let's see here. Let's push off this. Let's bring some more shrimp around just to check on everybody. So, just a little 5-gallon tank with gravel. Everybody seems to be doing pretty well. Lots of little babies, lots of catappa leaves, and I'm just feeding them the Hikari. Look at all the babies zipping around in that Subwassertongue. There's a lot of like week-old babies in here that are just cruising around. And do we have many pregnant female reds? I haven't really seen them. Yep, we got one here. There she is. And another over here. And is she pregnant? She's pregnant. And she was the one we already looked at. All right. Oh, there's the party back there. So I can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Are you pregnant? Yes, 8, 9, 10, 11 pregnant red Neocaridina in here right now. So hopefully, I need to split that colony soon. And if I had an extra tank for shrimp, that's definitely what it would be used for right now. All right. Let's go back. Go back. Okay. It's hot. You guys hot? We had hot weather today. Give me $5, I'll take off my shirt. Who said that? Yeah, the yellow doesn't really, I don't know. With neon yellow shrimp, all being Neocaridina, I haven't noticed that they really do much of anything. They kind of make a brighter red. If I were to try to say that they're doing anything in particular, but that's about it. They make a brighter red, and yeah, that's kind of all they do to the line. That is, all right. So let's see if I can clean just a window. I'm not gonna mess with your eggs, guys. I promise. I wanted to show you how the gobies come to the glass when I make terrifying noises. If I were a fish, I would GTFO, hearing scraping and this and me messing with stuff. But it never fails. Look who's here. Oh, well, who was here. They come out to play. And these little lipstick gobies from Indonesia, they're not little actually, they're about 5 times the biomass of the other ones. We got some shrimp still living, if you can make them out through the dirty tank. There we go. Ah, much better. Shrimp still chilling back here. Let's see if we can attract with the mating call of the riffle goby, or lipstick goby, sorry. Fiddling with your habitat. They're just a curious fish, I guess. Because you monkey around in the tank and come out. But they won't come out if you just like observe the tank quietly. That terrifies them. Yep, here we go. Hey. Heyo. Yeah, so I tap on the top of this thing and that gets one to come out and play. So, very odd. I don't know. I don't know what their problem is. What is your major malfunction, little fish? Alright. I don't know. The visibility's terrible in this tank. But if you guys could see, there's more of the lipstick gobies there. There's more there. They're all coming out because I pounded on their habitat with this metal scraper, which every other fish absolutely hates and is terrified of, including these giant Endler females. So, huzzah! Alright. We'll be alright, we'll be okay. We can make it through the war if we make it through the day. Alright, guys. So, I think this one might be my breeding champion. I like the eye, and I like the tiger stripes. It's like Eye of the Tiger Stripe Rainbow Endler. Dun, 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 dun. Also, by the way, you guys can't see it. I'll have to make a video that's not live. Blue daisy rice fish are very blue. They are metallic gunmetal gray blue, and the females are orangey clear. But it took them quite a while, some age. There's a female. See how she's got the yellow, amber, and orange tail? It took them a while to turn these colors. The males also have a hump like a salmon would, which is cute. Pretty cute. And the green jade shrimps are in their tank. I don't know. Is she buried? I haven't been able to tell. She's not. She gives up very few secrets. But recently, she had her young, and so she shed her skin. See, this is one day of muck from them, but she shed her exoskeleton there. Here's the male, and this female, who's all in self-defense, and these are from Aquatic Arts, the best quality freaking green jade line I've seen forever. She had her babies, and I know some of them are in the tank. I counted at least 7. But now that she lost that, she'll resaddle. She may be resaddled already. She's so green I can't tell. And this is the one that I'm really curious about. I see her front legs. I don't know what her swimmerettes are doing. So she could have a small group of babies. But who knows? And then this is the male. The smaller male. Okay. Let's flip this around. Alright. Alright. My wife says I'm turning into the Lucky Charms leprechaun. I think I might be. I'll shave. Probably next time you see me, I will be shaved, you guys. Hoping to become a supporter. Love your channel. Well, thank you so much, Wagon Tail Farm. Let's see here. Good day, Alex. Good day, y'all. Hope you are doing well. Yep, Total Tropicals TV. Same to you. Sunny doing? Same to you. Yeah, it is like a bell for those gobies. Silly gobies. Scrapers are for aquascapers. You've been watching Bow of the Fifth. Yes, I have, Jeff. Actually, but the three of us, let's just say we go back to work done all the way back during Hurricane Katrina. The alignment of the philosophy. Um, so for those of you who know who that is, that's a little Easter egg for you there about myself. Whoa, it is dark. It is dark out. It's getting late. Ah, okay. That's the light. I see the light. All right, guys. I needed to see the light so I could say goodnight. Um, Here, Fishy. What's going on? Just reading through the last of what you guys are saying. Making sure I didn't miss any money if you guys are putting dollar bills down my shirt. Uh, Lucky Charms. Ah, they're after me, Lucky Charms. Let's see here. Tubbin to Bang Aquatics. Oh, wait. Tubbig to Bang Aquatics. How's it going? No name. Boy. Oh, I wish I was up in BC right now. My wife and I wanted to go to BC, but y'all won't let Americans in right now. It's like you think we're tainted. All right, guys. So, I think I'm going to get out of here. But that was the state of things in the aquarium room. Hope to answered some of your questions tonight. I hope that you're having a wonderful life. And I'll be back. I'll be back. Maybe I might even be back Sunday. Maybe. Oh, Edward W. coming in at the last minute. Thank you for the super pooper chat. I see what you did there. I appreciate that. And I see all you saying thanks. I appreciate that. Watching from the Philippines. Thank you so much. I always watch Dexter's World. If you've seen his channel, out of the Philippines, spawning all sorts of crazy stuff outdoors. I love it. I just love seeing things done differently than we do them in the United States, where we have to buy every little piece. And he's so innovative. I love seeing that. It's really cool. There's a lot of fish keepers that are very innovative, but that's very fun to see. And Tabing, Tabong, what was it? I don't want to say it wrong. Tabig, Tabang Aquatics. I'll have to check out your channel and hunt you down and say hello. What's my pH and TDS in Seattle, real quick? Okay, Brutal Riot Girl. Ooh. So it is going to be. It's like bingo. Oh, I need to give away the $25 too. Duh. Okay, so the bingo is going to be picking my nose. Tap water TDS equals around 25 to 35 most of the year. At the end of summer, beginning of fall, it hops up to about 80 when they clean out the last of the lake reservoirs and they go to the man-made reservoirs and they clean the pipes with overflow. Wow, some sort of giant moth thing just flew in. And then my KH and GH are pretty much non-existent. They're nothing. Like, that's all chlorine and iron, basically, from living in an old house in pipes. No nitrates. So let's give away this $25. Okay. The way I'm going to give away the $25 is we are going to have a comment. And in the comments, after this video loads, you guys will comment on your favorite color of Neocaridina shrimp. And whoever posted the color or the style first, and whoever votes for that the most, wins the gift card. And I'm going to do this in 48 hours. So by Sunday, I'll let you guys know who won. Does that sound okay? It's a really random way to give it away. But so as soon as I get off here and post this video, you guys are going to say, you're going to wait until my video pops up from this, and you'll say Red Rilly or Neocaridina, Red Riding Hood, Neocaridina green jade, and whoever posts that first will get the gift certificate, whichever one has the most votes. So really, we're gonna find out which is everyone's favorite shrimp. But this is also about being quick on the draw when it uploads and guessing what you think that most popular shrimp will be. Or it could be most bizarre because maybe everyone will vote for something else. Like maybe everyone will be like, snowballs, those are my favorite, and just hijack the voting. So it is in your hands, and we will give away that gift card Sunday, probably about 5 o'clock or so. Leave on the same note we came in on. I don't care if it rains or freezes, long as I got my plastic Jesus sitting on the dashboard of my car. Driving 90, I ain't dairy, 'cause I got the Virgin Mary sitting on the dashboard of my car. It can be big and stormy, still those things, they don't warn me to slow down when I go real far. Even though the lightning's scary, I feel like the Virgin Mary's sitting in that movie. Right now, I'll give you $25 too. Uh, you got 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. You're all losers. You're all a bunch of losers. You're cool hand losers, though.